What would you say for other businesses? How would they convert leads?
And if I ask the right questions and I can handle objections before they even come up, my close is even easier. And also looping back into the processes. A lot of times people will sell somebody and stop after the first rejection. It's not a rejection, it's just a redirection saying, hey, I need more information from you before I say yes.
So let's talk about lead conversion. So how do you convert leads in real estate specifically?
Yeah, great question. For converting leads, it's all about understanding their needs and desires. Because if one person wants to sell quickly and say, I can sell your house in 2 months, I lost them. I make sure I talk their language. And I think follow up is the biggest part of lead conversion. A lot of people think, oh, if I call them once or twice, they're now a new client of mine. And that's not the case. A lot of time is a big trust barrier to sell or buy a home from somebody. So you do a lot of follow up. For us, we do automations, we do cold calls, we do the whole 9 yards. Make sure we get way more touch points with them. Because it takes around 7 times for someone to trust you enough to work with you. So I do a lot of different strategies from retargeting them on ads on my Facebook and Instagram. We will call them, we will text them. I probably reach out to somebody, I believe it's 7 times within the first 4 days. And this allowed me to convert at a higher level because it takes way more than just talking to somebody. Even for cold calling, most people won't talk with you the first day after you call them. Like, okay, I'm gonna call you back tomorrow. I'm gonna call you back next week. And it's just more touch points.
Got it. And then, so how do you find out what they need? Because this is my belief. My belief is very similar to yours that in order to convert a client or in order to help a client, the
Mm-hmm.
better you understand their needs, the better you can service the client. And the better
Yep.
you understand their needs, the better you're able to propose the right solution. Because different people have different goals, different reasons for wanting to do something. So,
Mm-hmm.
what would you say the best way to qualify them or to find out their needs is? What kind of questions would you ask?
Yeah. So it's kind of like being like a doctor, and you go to the doctor's office, they ask you like, how's your throat? How's your breathing? How is this? For agents, the same exact thing. For selling somebody, it's not being so persuasive. It's being understanding, being there for their needs. And I ask them like, hey, it's like, what's your goals? Why are you selling? Why are you moving? That's if I move instead. What is your timeline like? How much do you owe on the house? Because they owe, $1 million and want to sell for $1 million. Well, probably won't work. You're gonna lose money on the transaction. Like I gotta understand what their needs are. I'm gonna ask them about the upgrades. What's their biggest pain points? And I'm gonna dig into that pain point. If I know they got a new job offer in California and they have to move, then well, what's more important to you? Is it selling for top dollar or selling quickly and get there faster? And if I know all these different answers to them, I can really tailor my approach to give it to them. Like you and Aaron say, like the most way to get clients in real estate is the perceived value. We all do the same stuff. We sell houses, we buy houses. The skill sets are kind of all the same. I put in MLS, I have good pricing, good pictures. It's going to sell. So I'm selling myself. I'm selling what they need back to them. So we're on the same page, the same team for their goals and their desires.
Got it. Now, what would you say for other businesses like other businesses? How would they convert leads?
Yeah. So if you're like a coach selling, coaching services for marketing or for business or for sales. It's all about how can I bridge the gap? What's trying to go? If I know your job, your goal is to get 100 leads a month, and you say right now you get 5 leads a month, I say, hey, if my systems I made, you can get at least 150 leads per month. That's not helpful to you. I want to buy them into the process. And I'm going to ask them, like Alex Mosey said, your gap of not knowing how to make $1 million a year is costing you $1 million a year. And I'm going to find ways to paint that picture to them and really lead them down to destination and not sell them the plane ride, but sell them cobble. I'm going to sell them the end results, get them to buy into the vision, ask them questions that are leading them to them agreeing themselves, asking me for the business. My goal in the call is that, okay, great. What's next? How do we get started? And if I ask the right questions and I can handle objections before they even come up, my close is even easier. And also looping back into the processes. A lot of times people will sell somebody and stop after the first rejection. It's not a rejection, it's just a redirection saying, hey, I need more information from you before I say yes.
How do you get your skills up? Or how
Exactly.
did you get your skills?
For me, there's tons and tons of practice. I have done thousands of phone calls, thousands of pitches, and by doing all these different activities, I got better. From role playing, being in the field, from reading books, watching videos, all these things works. But in the day, I cannot read a book and become a master salesperson. It takes two people to become good at sales. The person pitching and the person being pitched. Otherwise, you're never gonna have that big gap. And for me, I started doing sales when I was 6 years old. When I was 6 years old, I convinced my friends to draw pictures. I would knock on doors and go sell these pictures for $50 a pop. And looking back on it, wow, these people was crazy to buy a picture drawn by a 6-year-old for $50. But who says no to a little kid? But I've been doing sales my whole life, and by doing the activities, I got better at my skill sets. And unfortunately, there is no shortcut to skill sets. You can hire
Yeah.
mentors. I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars for coaches and mentors. And yeah, it fast tracked me, but I had to put in the work and still to do the activities to get the skills enhanced.
Yeah, you got to go out and put the work. What are your thoughts on product knowledge? Like, meaning, like, do you think that helps lead conversion, knowing what, like, your product basically, and whatever it is that you're selling? Like, meaning, if you're selling a car, understanding what features and benefits that car has. If you're selling HVAC, knowing HVAC in and out. Do you think that helps?
I think it helps. I don't think it's everything, but I think it does help a lot. Because people that can know, like, and trust you is one part of it, but also I know that you're smart, knowledgeable, and you understand the product. So for me, my product is real estate. So I actually will tour homes before I even go to the pitch. I can say, hey, I saw the 5 homes in your street that are selling at this price point firsthand already, so I know what your home can sell for as well. This allows me to give them a more expert opinion and advice moving forward. Not saying, well, the comps say this, and I think it's worth this much, but I haven't seen the house personally. But by knowing the market so well, I have a leg up. Now, do you need to know that? No. I got started in real estate. I had no clue about real estate, more or less, at least at the product and marketplaces, but I knew people and can convince them to trust me to sell the house for them. And say, hey, I'm good at marketing, I'm good at this, I'm good at branding, I'm good at video marketing for you too. And all these strategies add up. But I think you should know your product. You should know that like the back of your hand. You sell iPhones. What makes this phone different than Android?
Yeah. So I think it helps too. So I think like so at least in the conversion part, I meet agents that are just like sales, 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 but then they don't know anything about a 1031 exchange. They don't know anything about seller financing. They don't know
Mm-hmm.
anything about assumable loans. They don't know what escrow. They don't know what
Up
title is.
to
And I think that limits their ability to be able to convert because they're missing out on opportunities that they're not even aware. The other thing I think I learned along the way now after seeing like 1,000 properties or probably like 2,000 or 3,000 properties in my career now is that different homes have like different features that make attractive that maybe aren't like your traditional home. So I learned homes, and it was funny because last year or the last 2 years we designed our house, and I took a combination of all 3,000 homes that I had seen. And I'm like, okay, I like this about this home. I like this about that home. And that helped me design a better house. But I believe that if you understand sales and you have
Mhm.
product knowledge and you understand marketing, then that's a winning combination for somebody,
Oh
you
yeah.
know, at least somebody in the industry.